What's up, everybody? We got a little bit of breaking news. Kind of surprising, but not in a bad way. Just Travis Kelce was already under contract through 2025, though many said, hey, Travis Kelce is underpaid. He is basically producing like a wide receiver, and he's getting paid like a tight end, yes, but not even a top tight end. Well, I think the Chiefs just fixed that, and what I want to do is talk about it with you guys for a second. But first, how about those Chiefs? All right, so real quick here, I wanted to just take a look at the initial announcement that happened about 30 minutes ago. Ian Rappaport was on it first. He said no more champagne problems. The Chiefs and All-Pro and Pro Bowl and the GOAT, I added that, but, tight end Travis Kelce have agreed to terms on a new 2-year contract extension to make him the NFL's highest paid tight end. Sources say the deal was done by his longtime agent, Mike Simon, now with Milk Honey Sport. So with that being an extension, that means to me, there's no details out yet, but that means to me, Travis Kelce, who was under contract through 2025, is now under contract through 2027. And I'll be curious to see what the structure of his contract actually looks like. Maybe there is still an out after a couple of years, but hopefully what this means is, and more than likely what makes the most sense here for Travis Kelce, is that they're actually this is a nice way of giving him a pay raise. Okay, so right now his cap hit for this year is $15 million. Next year is $19 million. All right, so what they're probably doing is adding a couple of years, lumping some more money up front for him, so he can deservedly so get paid more money. You can say what you want. Well, he doesn't need to get paid more money. He's making plenty off the field. Well, he's getting underpaid, severely underpaid. When you're producing year in and year out like a receiver, he had 7, 8 or so 1,000-yard seasons in a row and was just 30 yards shy this year, even though he missed a game and a half or so due to injury. And so he's producing like a tight end year in and year out. Yet when you look at the highest paid tight ends, as of right now, this is about to change, but as of right now, Travis Kelce is the 4th highest paid tight end. And that's, if you're looking at average per year, average per year. So Darren Waller is on top, $17 million a year. TJ Hawkinson with the Vikings, $16.5. George Kittle, $15. Then Travis Kelce, $14.3 million per year average. And Travis Kelce is outproducing all of those. George Kittle had like 2 catches for 5 yards in the Super Bowl. Travis Kelce is not the same. He's on a tier of his own, in a league of his own. He is the greatest tight end to ever play the game. Knows that he's underpaid. He's admitted it, but is apparently been working behind the scenes with the team to get a pay raise. And as of right now, just to be clear, there is no details on what the contract actually looks like. But Patrick Mahomes did weigh in. Mahomes himself did weigh in, and he said something along the lines of, I told y'all I'll never let him leave. Congrats, my guy. And then Nate Taylor confirmed it with some sources from Kansas City. And I wanted to just pull up what Matt Derrick of Chiefs Digest said. This would take Travis Kelce through 2027 and his age 38 season. Interested to see how the 2 extra years are added for cap purposes and if there are any voided years. Maybe there is. Carrington Harrison of 610 Sports said, without seeing the parameters of the deal, I'm guessing the Kelce extension is more about giving him a signing bonus now and roster bonus for next year. Not a contract expert, but again, I think he's getting a pay raise. What they did with Mahomes last offseason is they restructured his deal and moved money that was at the back end of his contract forward. Well, Travis Kelce only had 2 more years left on his deal. So you extend him, you give him a pay raise on the front end. You could probably still get out of that contract after 2 to 3 years anyway. That's my best guess. But he's getting a well-deserved pay raise. You guys got to let me know your thoughts on that. Turco said, how long? 2 years. Yeah, it's a 2-year contract extension. Currently was under contract through 2025. You can see right here, 2025. Well, they're going to add 2 years onto that. So it'll be through 2027. his 38-year season. He'll be 35 in October of this year, I believe. So he'll be 38 in October of 2027. Will he actually play that long? I don't know. Maybe. How old was Tony Gonzalez when he hung it up? Tony Gonzalez played through what? 38? Something like that. If I look up Tony Gonzalez's career stats real quick, he played all the way until he was 37 years old. So if you look here, this is Tony Gonzalez all the way to 37. So he really could play that long. I don't know that Kelsey needs to, especially if the Chiefs by chance happen to win the three-peat. Maybe he rides off into the sunset. I really don't know, but he loves to play the game. He doesn't want to slow down. It's just with Kelsey, you have so many opportunities outside of football. Could even be broadcast stuff, analyst stuff. It'll more likely be in the entertainment realm. Their podcast, the New Heights podcast, is popping off and going crazy. So he's got so many opportunities, outside of football that he doesn't have to keep playing. This is just how long does Travis Kelce want to keep playing? Because he could keep going and producing. I mean, he had 1,000 yards last year, basically, and went all the way off in the playoffs and was a big part of the Chiefs' success in the postseason run, helping them win the back-to-back Super Bowl trophies. So he's the highest paid tight end now, which means if we go back and pull up that tight end contract again, he's making. It just depends on how they're phrasing this and looking at the numbers. I'm assuming he's going to have the most average per year is going to be my guess. So you're going to have more than $17 million per year. You're going to have to outpace Darren Waller. You can see here he's the highest, $17 million per year. I don't know what exactly Kelsey gets up to, but it's going to be at least over that. Again, he had 2 years left, and he was going to make a base salary of $12 million this year, 16.2 next year, but his cap hit this year was 15.4, 19.8 million in 2025. That's all going to change with this 2-year contract extension. And again, as of right now, no details on the numbers just yet. I still felt like it was worth giving some breaking news to you guys. I mean, we have 1,000 people in chat, so I think you guys are just as interested as I was when I saw this news. I was like, what? And it's not a bad surprise. It's a good surprise, but I don't know that I was expecting it. Some were saying, hey, maybe this actually lowers his cap hit a bit this year and frees up some more money for the Chiefs. Again, you look at his cap hit this year, and it's 15.4, base salary of $12 million. So maybe they even restructured it in a way to where some of it's cash sooner rather than later, and it does free up some cap space, whether it's this year or next or a little bit of both. I'm not really sure, but good news either way. Everybody wants to say Clark Hunt is cheap. I understand the practice facility thing is a little bit annoying. That needs to get upgraded. But dude, you have the highest quarterback in the game. Highest paid quarterback in the game. Not the highest. Snoop Dogg? What? No. Highest paid quarterback in the game in Patrick Mahomes. Highest paid defensive tackle in the game in Chris Jones. Now the highest paid tight end in the game in Travis Kelce, deservedly so. Andy Reid is also the highest paid head coach in the game. And with Brett Veach's extension, I would be curious to see how he ranks compared to other GMs. Obviously, Andy Reid and Brett Veach, that doesn't count towards the salary cap or anything like that. It's a bit of a separate thing. But Clark Hunt, cheap, maybe in some ways, but I would say thrifty is probably the better term because he is paying players. He is getting it done. And when you're in the midst of a dynasty, you keep the core pieces together. Not only that, but you keep them happy. You keep Patrick Mahomes happy, pay raise in the fall with the restructure. You keep Andy Reid happy, extended, highest paid coach in the game. You keep Travis Kelce happy, extension. It's going to be a pay raise as well. Highest paid tight end in the NFL, Travis Kelce, much deservedly so, who produces basically like a freaking wide receiver. So again, that's about all that I have. I'll answer a couple questions from you guys before getting off because I am going live at 3 p.m. with Matt Verderam of Sports Illustrated to recap the draft. But as of right now, there are still no specific details. 2-year extension, and there it is. K. Wayne in the house. What up, dude? Today's your 21st birthday. Let's go, man. Travis is out. to be Killer Trav for more years. Heck yeah. Tristan with the 2, appreciate that. So is this the last contract he gets? I would think so. And the way that, Patrick Mahomes worded it, he said, I told y'all I'll never let him leave. I doubt he plays past 38 years old. This is probably the last contract he is getting. For better, for worse. It's kind of bittersweet. Like, I'm happy, but, he's not getting any younger. Okay, so probably the last contract he gets for sure. Amani with the 10 months. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, three-peat. Got to chase the three-peat. Go, boy, let's go. Clark Hunt can open his wallet and keep the Chiefs in KC. Stop expecting fans to foot the bill when you're a billionaire. Yeah, we'll see. They'll do another vote, and it should probably pass. They're going to do one that's separate from the Royals. They just kind of announced that recently. So he won't worry about contract and play his best. Well, he plays his best no matter what. If you're talking about Travis Kelce, that's not the issue. It's just rendering unto Kelsey what is due. Rendering unto Caesar what is Caesar's. Pay Kelsey, dude. 7 or 8,000 yard seasons in a row, and he's a tight end. He's outproducing wide receivers left and right. And he was getting paid like what, $14 million a year at the time. So just get him, make him happy, and make sure that he's just getting paid appropriately. I understand he's making plenty off the field. That's not the issue. Mahomes is making plenty off the field as well, but you're not always just looking at off the field stuff. You're just looking at on field production. And I'm sure whatever the deal is, it's not going to like cap strap the Chiefs or anything like that. I think it's going to be good news. And once we know the contract details, I will update it in a daily video with a news update. When I cover all kinds of Chiefs topics. Maybe we'll know by tonight. Maybe we'll know by tomorrow. Honestly, if we know by 3 p.m. with Matt Verderam, I'll let you guys know then. That's the update. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back at 3 p.m. to recap the draft and kind of grade the Chiefs draft overall with Matt Verderam of Sports Illustrated here in about 50 minutes. So until next time, let's go. Let's freaking go.
How about those Chiefs?